Scrub a dub dub, what's in the dub? What's going on, my scrub subscribers? Ace here, and we're back with another Sun and Moon speculation video with Vsinghb.
Is that a voice crack on your name?
No? Why?
I heard a voice crack.
Did it sound crackly?
Yeah. Hey, it's here.
Yay! We're back again, once again. Okay, but today we are talking about the legends of Sun and Moon, which I believe the names that were trademarked for them, but we don't know their actual names, is Solgaleo and Lunala.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew they had names, I just didn't know what they were.
Oh, that's actually the ones that were trademarked for the legend. That people would are predicting is Solgaleo and Lunala.
I don't feel like that's what it would be.
You don't think so? You think that's just like them,
No.
like throwing the red herrings at people and being like, "All right, look at these."
That may be Japanese names.
Actually, that might, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, we have the starters here that you guys can see on the box art, as well as their individual sprites as they are featured in the trailer. So
That date is a lie, by the way.
November. Oh, it's because actually in the what is it? Is it UK or is it all of Europe?
All of Europe.
Okay, so all of Europe is getting it a week later than November 18th, which is what it is actually going to be in the United States, which is actually my sister's birthday. Interestingly enough.
They hate us.
Okay, Vsing, I'm sorry that they hate you, but what do you think about the legends overall? Which one do you think is cooler?
I prefer the Moon Legend.
The Moon
Personally.
Legend, Lunala,
Yeah.
I think is the.
I like them both. Don't get me wrong. Like I think they're both great. I just think this one's cooler, and it's probably the Batman fanboy in me because Bat.
That's fair. Batman is by far the best superhero.
I mean that's debatable, but still.
No, like, okay, well, I won't get into that. But yeah.
If you guys want to see a video of us debating superheroes, let us know.
Yeah, probably they want to see that in a separate video. We won't get into that right now. Because we can talk about that for 3 years and not.
That
get
can be on
anywhere.
my channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I
do
will
that
be
on
doing
your
movie
channel.
shit on my channel. Yeah. Anyway.
You know, I really like it, and the move along with it, as you saw in the trailer, like some kind of charging beam, I thought was really cool.
Well, like, I don't think that necessarily has to be like its a signature move. That could just be like Hyper Beam or something.
Nah, I don't think they would give this much design to an animation without it being the signature move.
So you think this is this Pokemon's version of Oblivion Wing or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. I know that a lot of people are screaming fairy like with this Pokemon. As soon as they see it, they're like, oh, you know, it's got to be a fairy typing. I really don't think so. I think that if it doesn't get its own special typing,
But like a new typing?
yeah, like a moonlight typing or something like that. I think that
So you think they'll introduce another typing this
I
gen?
think they will introduce another typing this gen. I don't think that they. I think that they have to find something that balances out the fairy typing, because they introduced fairy typing to neutralize how well dark and
Dragons.
is. Yeah, well, Scrafty basically, like all of the dark typings were way too powerful with like the ability with like Scrafty to be dark and fighting. It's just way too good. So they introduced fairy typing to block out the dragons and the dark typings, and fighting types by association. And I think that they made fairy typing a little too good, so they need something to kind of balance it out to bring everything kind of back into like an easier realm for people to play.
So it's like Psychic from Gen 1 and onto Gen 2.
Yeah,
When they
kind of.
introduced Steel and Dark typing.
They need something that like either resist or like, I wouldn't say an immunity, but something that like is a good matchup against it. Or like with the other legend there, obviously giving us a lot of strong fire types, because fire type does resist fairy and gives a lot of good options against the fairy typing. Even though a lot of fairies have typings that resist fire, like Azumarill and Diancie.
So you think this typing would be light type?
I'm not really sure what typing they're gonna like how they would like justify it, but I feel like with like titles like Sun and Moon, there's got to be something coming, like with a new typing of like something like that.
Lunar typing?
Maybe lunar typing. Maybe that's what Cresselia will gain, so that it'll stop being annoying.
What if it just makes it fatter?
That would be so annoying. I'd be like, no, please, stop this.
I don't know. I personally prefer this one. I like them both. Like I said, I just prefer the design on this one. It just looks more elegant, I guess.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that. I actually prefer the lion design to the bat one. But I definitely like the bat one a lot. I think both of these legends are super duper well designed. They're very unique. Well, other than like the 10 million lion that we have now, but but I think like individually designed, I think they're fantastic.
To touch upon the typing, I'm one of the people that think the Moon Legend is a fairy type.
You really think?
I think it'll be dark. I think it'll be dark fairy.
Okay. What? Why fairy? What makes you feel the fairy?
Because it's to do with starlight and things like that. Because like in its wingspan, you see it's like Starfield.
Okay.
And it just screams fairy to me.
You think like Clefairy, like doing with the moon, and like the moonstones and all of that.
Yeah.
I can justify that.
People are saying dark flying, and like
it's not gonna
if
be
I just saw
Yveltal.
it. Well, yeah, if I just saw it without knowing about Yveltal and stuff, I would say, yeah, sure, why not? But they literally just released Yveltal last generation. We're not going to get another one.
Yeah. What do you think about, like, Flying Ghost or something like that?
I guess. I feel like dark has to be in there somewhere because it's to do with the moon and the darkness and lunar activities.
Well, I definitely think it'll have, like, either flying or psychic typing to it because like it has like that flyingness about it as a bat.
I mean, it doesn't even need to have flying. It could be like dark psychic with levitate.
That's true.
Or dark fairy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's gonna be really cool. Like as for signature move, like we saw the beam of light thing. You said you don't think it's gonna be a signature move, but like I feel that almost all legends have their own signature move. So what kind of thing would you expect from this?
Tell me Registeel's signature move right now.
Registeel's signature move? It's not a legend.
All legends have one.
It's not a legend. It's a trio.
It's a legend.
All legendary, like Dialga, Darkrai.
You mean mascots?
Okay, all mascot legends then. If you want to get technical with it and be like. Okay.
You said all legends.
Okay, Nazi, that's fine. But
Kyle.
And I think that it's gonna get like its own special move.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned like Dialga, Palkia, Roar Time, what was the other one? I
don't know. Maybe you should remember it.
Spatial Rend. There, I did remember it.
Good for you.
Ace is salty because I called him out on semantics.
Yeah, he's just being a technical bitch about it. It's fine. Either way, and I really think that this thing's like they are going to get special moves, like that they're going to be, I don't know, like iconic for like Sacred Fire with Ho-Oh.
Wait, was Sacred Fire for Ho-Oh then Entei got it?
Yeah, Ho-Oh signature. Okay. It's actually a Ho-Oh signature move. Just Entei's more ubiquitous, or not ubiquitous, more known for it because it runs it competitively, and a lot of people play Ubers.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, like, U2 got Psy Strike and
in 6th gen.
Yeah, but like it got its move, then Aeroblast, Sacred Fire. What did Groudon get?
Precipice Blaze.
Kyogre got
Origin Pulse.
Pulse. Yeah, it makes sense. Try to think. Did Zekrom and Reshiram get anything?
Bolt Strike and Reshiram's is Blue Flare.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're right. I'll take an L on that.
Bitch. All right. But what do you think it'll be? Like a lunar beam or something like that?
See, this would be the perfect opportunity to reveal Moonblast, but they kind of beat themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a name or anything. I think the move would be fairy typing.
Yeah, I definitely think, well, especially like with this, like this sprite
Well,
having it on there, it just looks very much like a beam of some sort.
I have a theory.
Okay, a game theory.
What if this? What? Sure. What if this Pokemon signature move is actually Light of Ruin?
Hmm. What Pokemon did we associate that with? Was that Diancie or is that
AZ's Floor.
Magier? Oh, that would be super duper interesting. That would be really cool.
Like, what if this Pokemon is like low key like a Necromancer, and it brought back AZ's Floor and like gifted it the move as well? Because like that hasn't really been discussed in the game
Touched upon.
properly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like we
that's
know it
really
exists.
interesting. That's a good little tidbit there.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Okay,
bigger Poketuber, steal my shit, man. Give
steal
me
it.
credit.
All right. Well, either way, let's move on to the other legend tier, which would be Solgaleo, or well, we don't really know the name, but that's just the name that was
I think
trademarked with it.
we know the name. No, we know the name. We're sorry for Pyroar.
Or sorry for Pyro. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at this Digimon looking.
Tell me this isn't like Leo Sabermon
It
or
pretty
Saber
much
Leo
is
Mon,
like
whatever which
you
way
see
it was.
all the comparisons on Twitter, like every time like people talk about this Pokemon. But this thing has such a great design.
I mean, he's albino. Like, okay.
I don't know. I love this Pokemon design. I think this one looks like a freaking badass.
I love the design. I don't understand the white.
It's a sun, like sun
The
bleaches
sun isn't white.
everything. No, but like your skin from the sun turns white after you have too much sun.
Tell that to Hakeem.
Hakeem doesn't go out all that often. He watches Amate too and draws.
Tell that to me.
You don't go out in the sun all that often either. You live in Scotland. It's cloudy there, like 90% of the year.
I want you to know the last week we've had the hottest weather we've had in a long ass time.
That's fine. Literally, I said 90% of the year.
But yeah, Leo Sabermon or Saber Leomon.
So
Whatever this
Galileo.
nigga is. No, it's Leomon, okay?
Okay.
I like it. Doesn't the word lion itself have something to do with the sun?
Yeah. Usually they're both associated with each other. A lot of the time, angels and things like that that have to do with the sun are commonly associated together.
Hmm. So you're thinking this is just gonna be a pure fire type?
I actually think my first opinion when I first saw it was that it was going to be fire electric.
Why electric?
Uh, Mostly because of like like in the trailer, like with it roaring like that, it just gave me like that vibe of like a Zekrom type of thing where like it's shaking like from the electricity, and I felt like it was going to spark off.
But
Because
it's clearly a grass type.
it's not clearly a grass type. I definitely think that like with electricity being able to come into combustion, I think that that like I could see fire. I could also see like a new typing as well. Maybe both of the legends will have like the lunar type or some type of like extra typing, but I'm not really sure.
Do you think it's feasible they'll introduce two new typings, like a lunar and light typing?
Only maybe if it's only the legends, but I don't know if they're gonna be like doing it for other Pokemon as well.
Because the way the legends usually go is one body's the other.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we don't know the trio with this one
Not yet.
because there's usually like one that balances the other two.
Did we get a trio in 6th gen? Oh, you mean
There's-
the other mascot
Yeah, like
legendary?
the Xerneas, Yveltal,
Oh, I thought you
Zygarde.
meant like the Azelf Uxie kind of trio.
No. Like with the legends, there has to be like that balance. You know, like Rayquaza balances the Kyogre and
So
Groudon.
what balances the light and the dark?
Well, the thing that I've seen with people is that like there's like the lunar eclipse of the sun. There's like that projection of like shadow that goes down. It has to be something associated with the shadow or the darkness.
So you think a ghost type?
Possibly something like that would be pretty cool.
I can see that. It's like another version of Giratina.
Yeah.
Garatana.
Yeah.
But this mon,
This mon.
you see it being bulky.
Actually, that's something that I want to talk on
kind
both of them. Actually, I think. Like, what do you think overall for both of them?
I think the bat is fat.
The bat is fat.
Yeah, I think the bat is fat.
I don't.
I don't know
so.
why, but like the more like I guess like the spatial legends are bulkier.
That actually makes sense.
I don't know why like that is, but like Pokemon from space tend to be fat, other than Deoxys.
I feel like maybe not defensively, like or physically defensively wise, but maybe especially defensively wise and maybe HP wise. I could see it being like base like 120 in both of those. And then maybe being like okay in defenses like base 80 or 90 or something like that.
I know, I just picture it being fat and slow. I think it'll hit hard. I think they both will. I don't think either of them will be fast.
I could see the lion, like, they could justify it being fast, but yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. With the amount of mass they have, I don't think that they should be fast.
Yeah, and I don't think there is any mascot legends that are, like, fast.
Darkrai?
It's not a mascot legend.
Okay,
I think what Yveltal's the fastest.
I'm not actually sure on that. Xerneas is pretty fast.
After Geomancy.
No, it's fast normally. It's like base 115.
Is it really?
I think so. I could be completely wrong. I'm not actually 100% sure. I don't play Ubers, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a fraud.
Yeah, I don't play Ubers either. It's trash. I don't know. Like they both look. Basically, the bat is especially fat, and the other one's just fat physically. That's the way I see it.
I actually see that probably the lion I just don't feel will be overall super bulky. I feel like it's going to be more offensive. Like, it won't be, like, super fast, but it'll have decent speed. I just feel like it's going to be more offensive, and it's not going to have great defenses, really. Like, it'll have, like, okay stats overall because it's legendary, but I don't think overall it'll be, like, that amazing-wise defensively.
Well, we touched upon the potential that they could have new typings. Do you think they'll have new abilities, or?
I definitely think for the lunar one, yes. I'm not 100% sure on the lion one because I feel like with fire types you have to be very, very, very careful as to like abilities you give them because like Turbo Blaze and all of that are really like broken abilities. Once it gets too far, like I feel like you have to be a little bit careful because fire is one of the best offensive typings. I feel like they definitely could give them new abilities, but they have to be kind of careful.
Do you not just see the line getting drought?
No, I don't see getting drought. Like it's literally like the picture for being like a drought Pokemon, but I just for some reason I don't get the drought vibe from it. Not while Groudon has primal, like primal or what is it? Like
Desolate Land.
Desolate Land. I just can't see it.
Okay, let's speak theoretically. Say it does get drought. Do you give the other one a weather?
No, I don't think you go that way once you just went from a weather, like legendaries, to that. I think that you maybe I don't know how you do that, because I don't want to say like weather and then just go to like spatial orientation like sun versus moon.
Well, that was going to be one of my next questions. Like, where do you think these mascots fit in with the whole creation of the universe type thing? Because every mascot legend has a role. Like, Groudon created the land, Kyogre Sea, Rayquaza kind of the space thing. Space as in outer space.
Yeah, like Deoxys.
And there's Palkia, which is time?
Yeah.
That's space.
Yes,
and that's not space. That's not space as in outer space. That's space as in like dimensions, as in physical like space and all that stuff. The concept of space. Yeah, Giratina's like the shadow world and all that. And Dialga's time.
I think like literally what they are: sun and like the controller of the sun, the controller of the moon.
Do you think they're the protectors? They control it, or they created it, or?
Probably maybe the protectors.
Or they are the Sun and Moon, like they
I don't think
embody
they are the Sun and Moon. To be completely honest, it'd be too difficult to.
like low key Sun and Moon. The actual Sun and Moon are just Pokemon eggs.
Yo, that would be insane. Like the
They
sun just
start hatching.
explodes and this fucking lion pops out.
Yeah. Like
No, I think
Deoxys and Rayquaza got Jiggy and like yeah.
I feel like these Pokemon, if they like faint, the sun or like the sun will go out, or like the moon will like crumble.
Do you think they're protectors?
Yeah, like protectors.
I can see that. So like how do you think they would fit into the story then? Like do you think the evil team, whatever it will be, are like
He's trying to destroy one or the other.
one or the other? For what cause? Obviously if you destroy the moon.
Like eternal sunlight or eternal moonlight.
But isn't
eternal
that kind
night.
of like similar to Ruby and Sapphire? Because without the moon we'd be flooded, and with the sun we'd be like drought, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's pretty much the same.
you'd still have nighttime. Like if the moon went away, literally the only effects I would see would be like tides, realistically, because you'd still have nighttime because of the rotation of the Earth. Because whatever is facing
That's my
away.
point though. It's kind of similar to Team Aqua.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're gonna do it with the moonlight. Because literally the moon is a reflection of the sunlight.
Well, without the moon, it would not be dark. It would be pitch black.
That's also true. I don't know. Like I was thinking, like maybe spatial exploration, but you can't set foot on the sun.
No. We're not gonna be standing on the surface of the sun.
We can't stand on the sun. Just there's no way. Like we can go in lava with freaking Groudon, but we can't go in the sun.
Do you think Zygarde perfect form will have anything to do with these guys?
I think that actually I hope so. Like I don't see how they could do it, but I hope that they just find a way.
And where do you see Mergina standing? Mergina.
I have no idea how Volcanion and Magierna are going to be like related to these at all. To be completely honest, there's so much cool stuff behind it, and I have no idea.
It seems to me like Pokemon and Game Freak are trying to do so much at once, and they're kind of overwhelming themselves.
You think so? You don't think they already have like a game
Well,
plan
yeah.
for it?
Well, no, because look at Volcanion. Like, obviously, people hacked the game, and we found out about it like literally 2 years ago.
I don't know. I feel like
And-
they never really like have anything that's kind of a loose end, maybe other than the GS ball.
Oh no, I still see Volcanion as a loose end because it's not been explained. They just casually released it a couple of months ago.
Well, yeah.
No fanfare, no story.
You have to wait for the
nothing. It
movie.
just came out. Yes, but in the games there was literally nothing. It's
Well,
just, hey, here's Volcanion.
Yeah. Well, that was only for
That's-
Japan. Rude.
But that's not usually how it works, because you have these event legends and there's like a little bit of story, or even like Hoopa, you had a little bit of story,
I don't know.
and that like you had a cutscene and all that. But like Volcanion was just kind of there, and it's like I don't understand why it's there. What is it? What does it do? Like it just feels like
Yeah,
they
just
wanted
a
to
loose
rush
end.
this out. They wanted to rush 7th gen out, so they kind of forgot about that loose end, and also AZ's Floette. Like we know about that, and yet it's not been officially announced, I guess.
Yeah.
And Zygarde's perfect form. Obviously, everyone's screaming Pokemon Z. That never happened. So now they're gonna have to tack it in here.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll do like the Ruby and Sapphire thing where they come out with a new generation and they're like, oh, here's your other generation from a remake.
I don't know. I feel like they've got too much on their plate at once. And obviously now Magirna as well.
Yeah,
Like, they've got so much going on.
I have no idea how they're gonna fit it all together. I feel like do you think that we're gonna get a lot of Pokemon, like in this new generation associated? Because like you have to have, obviously, we're suspecting that there's gonna be another legend kind of added in. Do you think with this, or we're gonna see a lot of new Pokemon like added in?
It depends. If we get a new typing, no. If we don't, then yes.
All right.
Like that's how 6th gen worked. Like we only got 70-ish new Pokemon, but we also got Fairy added to a lot of old ones,
That's
so they
true.
were considered new Pokemon. So if we do get like a Light type or Lunar type or whatever, I see us getting like 60 to 80 again. But if we don't get those, we'll probably get normal amount of new Pokemon.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well, I think that's good enough kind of cover all of the legendaries and kind of just that lore behind it. But yeah, if you guys disagree or if you guys see anything cool that you guys want to let us know about regarding these, like if you find out the actual names for these legends other than Solgaleo and Lunala, as I've seen them, the trademarks for, just let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Vsing on Twitter and his YouTube channel and all of that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
watching, and we're out.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.